Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you again for another album review. And I hope you did enjoy my Rose R short album review because it only was like two songs. But I really did enjoy that album, uh, even though it was very short. But yeah, this album review I'm returning to you for is for Nick Jonas's new album, Spaceman, that I just got done listening to. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I gotta say, there was a majority of songs on this album that were enjoyable. Like Don't Give Up on Us, I really did like. I don't know if I like it as much, but I still liked it for what it was. It delivered very well. Heights is the next one after that, and I don't know how I feel about that one. It's something I have to come back and listen to for this album, because there were some songs off this album that did really good, and then after This Is Heaven, I guess you could say, the album started coming to a stale moment towards the close to the end of the album. Not in a bad way, just the songs just became less interesting in my opinion. Uh like I was trying to listen to the beats, see if there was going to be some change ups in the songs, but uh Sexual is another song that I thought I would like, but it did all right. It was my least favorite, but it did all right. And Deeper Love was pretty solid for a song. If I Fall was a good one. I really liked that one. Uh, it's kind of a song that may take time to grow on me because I do like the melody change up in If I Fall because it sounds a little different than the other ones. So that's a little bit better. And of course, the title track, Spaceman, really good song. I really liked it. It's a very strong song by Nick Jonas. Too Drunk was surprisingly good. I was really surprised with that song. Just the way the flow of the song was playing out, uh, it naturally did really good. It naturally flowed very well. And the beat was great. Nick Jonas singing it was great. Uh, for most of this album, you get really good pop songs for majority of this album. And then when you get closer to the end of the album, you start to wonder where the album's gonna go, like how it's gonna end, and you're pretty much like, okay, so this album starts getting a bit stale at times, but it has its stale moments, but no, not in a bad way to where I hate it. So, uh, Sexual, Deeper Love, Nervous, and Heights were my least favorites, but the other seven songs did pretty good. Death Do Us Part being the shorter song. What I found interesting is it cut off when Nick Jonas was trying to sing part of the chorus in Death Do Us Part, and it cut off leading into the next song. What I like about these songs is it leads into the next one, and that's pretty good. I really like that aspect about the album and what he was going for this album. And This Is Heaven, I forgot to mention. I did review the track. If you want to go check it out, I think I reviewed it Tuesday, I believe, this past Tuesday. So definitely go check out that review because I think you'll like it. Being one of my favorite songs, I think that and Spaceman are probably my most favorite songs. And Delicious was really good too. Was a little bit sexual, but in a good way. The song worked very well, even though the lyrics I don't know if I liked as much, but the beat works and it executed very well with how it was performing the whole song, and he did a good job on this album. Um, I don't know if this would be in my best albums of 2021 by the end of the year, but it did a good job for what it was. It's good in its own way. So overall, I think Nick Jonas's Spaceman album is a good listen. Um, I don't know if I like it as much right now, but I have to go back and hear it a few more times to see if the album tends to grow on me a bit more. So eventually, my opinion will change throughout time if an album does grow on me, but I just wanted to return to you for this review because I know it's got to be reviewed uh, for my channel. Well, I'm choosing to review it because I know people like some of my reviews. Uh, but for a score, I think I'm going to give Nick Jonas's Spaceman album an 8 out of 10. This was a good album in its own way. Um, just some songs off this album tend to lose track of where the album's going. Like closer to the end of the album, in the second half of the album, you start to see a bit of a downhill with some of the songs. Not in a bad way, just the songs become less interesting. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to sound negative or anything because I know I really love this artist. Uh, Nick Jonas is very talented, and it's been about 5 years since his last album, and this was a good effort. He did a good job on this album. So yeah, I wasn't disappointed with this album. So it's a good listen, and I highly recommend you check it out if you haven't heard it. It is one of the new releases that came out today, of course. So it's on YouTube right now. But comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Nick Jonas album, Spaceman, if you've heard it. And if you like this album review I made for you guys, like this morning, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I do have to shave after, well, I'm probably going to do it by the weekend or something like that. Because it's been a bit since I've shaved. Because it's growing out too long. But I hope you did enjoy this review. Wasn't trying to sound a little negative or whatever. I was just pointing out some tiny things I've noticed when I was listening to the album. Tiny issues. Not in a bad way, just I just noticed a change in direction with how the album was going and all that, and how it was playing out. Because the songs tend to become less interesting towards the second half. Not in a bad way, it did alright, but I still enjoyed this album for what it was. And I hope you did enjoy this review. I will return to you for, well, it's going to be for the group Love This Is This album review. It's probably going to be sometime in a little bit. I got to listen to it first. And then I'll do the review when I get done with the album, because it's only like 9 songs, so I should get the review out before I go to work. But I hope you did enjoy this album review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. But I do have to go back and listen to this Nick Jonas Spaceman album today, which I'm going to be playing it at work, because there was quite a bit of songs that I could dance to and just enjoy listening to. There's a lot of dance music with these songs, and it's pretty enjoyable. So, good job, Nick Jonas. You did a good job on this album. Um, And this weekend I'm going to be doing some reviews for Soundgarden just to finish up on the marathon album reviews for their discography. So there's only like 2 more album reviews I'm doing of theirs, so definitely tune in for that. But I hope you enjoyed this review. Like I said, uh, definitely stay safe. Take care, and I'll see you soon in the next review.